Great, coming at you with another live. You already know, if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. All the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. And as you can see, we doing this thing early. First things first, you already know. Hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Monday. Hopefully everybody smoothly got through their weekend, birthday weekend and all, you know. Hopefully y'all been trying to keep yourselves cool. It's been a hot one the last few days, and it's gonna be a hot one for the next few days. But y'all already see what it is, you know. Appreciate everybody that tuned in Thursday for the conversation. You know, definitely was a great topic, and you know, we're gonna have some good topics to hit on. But for those that missed it, you can definitely catch this replay. You know, Susanna, baby, and you know, a little light discussion. Yeah, y'all gonna see this. Trust me, beautiful weather, hot as hell right now. But it's still too cold for me to a degree. I thought I was brave for a minute, y'all. I thought I was brave. It's too early and it's too cold. No, but I appreciate everybody that did tune in Thursday. You know, it really was a great conversation, you know, and it's something that we need to start, you know, rebuilding on. Serious, baby. You know, like I said, good topic we had on Thursday. We definitely need more of those. You know, the goal is to try to awaken the people and, you know, definitely have the great convos, you know. And I'm gonna be bringing something up, most likely tomorrow, definitely. But today is a blissful Monday, so, you know, got to take y'all with me for a little bit, you know. Oh, okay, we got some crabs up in the water already. Okay. I just say y'all want to see how deep we are. We too deep. Look at this shit. But, you know, definitely like the conversation. And to be quite honest, I think we gotta definitely have more of those. You know, start waking up both sides, not just the brothers. Wake up some of the sisters too, you know. And I'll be honest with you, going back to what I was saying Thursday, there's some of y'all that just, you know, certain things, like I said, there's no need for you to keep on bringing certain things, especially towards the internet, when you know it could be damaging to your relationship and all of that, you know. You know, like I said, there's some things that just really should be kept to yourselves, and to be quite honest, it needs to be like that, because I'm not gonna lie, there's some of y'all that y'all following this TikTok trend, that TikTok trend of we don't judge, we don't get mad, we don't judge. Nah, look here, you can't sit here and say that we don't judge and we listen to each other when you saying things that you know is just terrible. The water is feeling a little, well, it's a little warmer now since I done kind of dipped in it, you know. But I'm still cold, son. I'm still cold. I'm still cold. Just a little bit, you know. As you can see, long stretch of beach. We go that good old pier, you know. That's how we do it. Nah, but, you know, some of y'all, you're ruining your relationships, and you're ruining it just because of following trends. Trends that are meaningless, trends that are honestly kind of childish, and when it's all said and done, y'all not gonna be happy. Like I said, there's just some things you should keep private. But I believe some of y'all do things, again, just to get that attention and to get that overall view. And to be quite honest, it ain't a good look, you know? Not a good look. That's why I said, to some degree, yeah, you know, we got to put a blame on social media for some of the things that we all seen, you know? But we also got to take responsibility for what's going on in our communities to a degree, too. Serious, don't be laughing at me. Don't be laughing at me because I said it's a little cold. It's a little cold, but it's still early, you know. I'll give myself another, maybe an hour. I'll be warmed up, you know. I'll be warmed up just a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. But you know, like, this is all I'm saying. For real. Like, at what point, and I mean at what point do we stop following trends and start following our own consciousness, you know? When do we start doing that? As you can see, it's still kind of early, you know. I had to move back. But definitely, you know, like I said, at what point do we stop following or trying to compare our situations to everybody else's, you know? Which is the truth. You know, why should we, you know, do that? I mean, I feel like this, if you're comfortable in doing, and, you know, you move from there. But trying to compare your situations to everybody else's, like I was saying Thursday, some of y'all get upset because you got people who are constantly or consistently going on vacations and taking trips outside of, you know, maybe even the state. But my thing is, again, why are you comparing your life to somebody else's? These people can afford to do it, you know? And if they can afford to do it, they can do it as often as possible. Now, again, when it's your time and for things to fall in place, they'll fall in place, you know? But again, you know, you gotta be solid. Yeah, I'm backing up some. Let y'all see this good old water real quick. Good old water. You know. But you know, we gotta get back to that. You know, at some point, you gotta realize, like, you know, it's important to try to keep a balance and keep a strong structure when it comes to any form of relationship, you know, even marriage, you know, teamwork. Brenda, baby, you already know. But you know, we got to get to that. I mean, again, stop following behind the trends. You know, if you know you're not prepared for certain truths to come out, then don't follow these trends. And I'm going to say that to some of y'all that need to hear it. Because some of these trends are doing what it's supposed to be doing and doing what it's been programmed to do. You know, destroy relationships. Which is sad, you know. Tom, what's going on, my guy? But that's why I said we got to be more better as far as our thinking. We got to think for ourselves before we let anybody else think for us, for real. I think that's an important thing to remember. Like I was saying before, you make the key decisions in your life. Nobody else. So if you feel you're in a happy position with somebody, don't allow somebody to ruin it. Don't allow your friends, family, anybody, don't allow that to happen. The minute you do, you're already setting the tone for destruction. Whether you want to believe it or not, you know? Best things in life is to keep things simple, you know? Stop trying to go above and beyond, you know? Stop trying to go above and beyond and just focus on what you need to focus on. You know? Sometimes the best relationships last long when, like I said, you manage to give each other exactly what you're supposed to give each other, you know? You're giving each other peace, serenity, but you also giving the people what they're supposed to have. Love, compassion, loyalty, and respect. But how can you give that to somebody, right? When it's all said and done, you're not respecting yourself. You know, again, you gotta remember, it is very important, and I mean very important, to keep that communication line open. You know, Kenny, what's going on, my guy? You know, this is what I'm saying. You gotta remember that. You know, we hold the shape to our destinies in life. You know, and if you happen to find somebody who's going to share that road and share that experience with you, then again, make sure you keep everything in order. You know, there should be no gray areas in your communication at all. If you're unhappy, and I'm going to say that again for both fellas and the ladies, if you're unhappy about certain things, have these discussions, no matter how uncomfortable it could get. You know, but make sure you're having these conversations behind closed doors. You know, for some of y'all, will be quick to bring your personal issues to the internet. And again, it's not a good look all the time. Look at what we've been going through as of late. It's either men being unalived or it's women being unalived due to these situations on social media. Again, you should never, and I mean never, make your partner feel less than. London, baby. It is. It's peaceful, as you see, early morning, you know. Ain't too much going on, you know. Ain't too much going on. I was trying not to run back in the water, but I think I'm gonna run back in there for a second. Wait. Let me see how far I'm gonna go. Wait. Okay. I gotta make sure I don't drop this phone over here. Okay. But nah, seriously, y'all. I mean, let's be real. How you expect anything to last longer than it needs to when you're not giving yourself the shots? You're not giving yourselves the opportunity. Oh! It was cold. I'm going back, y'all. I'm going back. Shit. And y'all sitting there laughing at me. See, I see how y'all doing it. I see how y'all living life today. You're gonna laugh at your boy, right? You're gonna laugh at your boy. It's all right. See, I ain't sensitive though, so I don't care. Nah, but come on, y'all, on some real shit. I mean, if you happen to find the key element for yourself, your better half, like you would say, then make sure you treat your better half like you would want to be treated. You know, again, there's no gray areas when it comes to communication. It should never be that. So no secrets, no betrayals, and definitely no snooping. Now, that's another thing I ain't gonna hold you. You know, it's some people, y'all ruining your own relationships by snooping into your partner's stuff. Like, my thing is, trust is supposed to be all around the board. If I gotta look through your phone or you gotta look through my phone, then there's no trust there at all. Period. That's why your ass is gonna be on timeout next time. Keep on talking. I'm going back in the water, nigga. Going back in the water. No, I don't like this shit. I don't like this. Nah, but you know, come on now. You know, I gotta be a fool with it. I gotta be a damn fool with it. Tennessee, don't talk no bullshit, because I don't never see you jumping in no damn water. I'm talking about, it's too early in the damn morning for that shit. Too early. Too early. Nah, but come on now. There's some of y'all right now who, believe it or not, you probably got the best pieces that you could be looking for. And I mean it. So if you feel that comfortable, you know, you gotta do better, you know. Show that person you actually care for them and that you really respect them. Yes, look at all the good sand over here. Look at it. Look at these good old tire marks. Look at it. Nigga said if they look in the phone, he cheating us. Oh, man. Nah, but come on now, y'all. I mean, I'm saying, like, for the young fellas out there, you got your woman that's really down for you. She's showing you that much. You know, she's not out there doing anything that would destroy the fabric of the foundation. Why not do your best to try to keep her where you need to keep her? Keep her by your side. And it's the same thing with some of you women. You have gems or red gems and push those red gems to somebody else. Can't do that. You know? Nah, I mean, listen. It's not even about it. See, it's the thing. Guess what, Kenny? There's situations where nobody's cheating. You just paranoid. And you paranoid because of shit that happened to you in the past. Like, this is my thing. Whatever happened in your past, it happened in your past for a reason. Now you done move towards the future. What you supposed to. I'm trying to follow these track marks, y'all. Maybe I might find some gold. I appreciate you, London. That's how we got to do it, you know. For those that just tuned in, y'all make sure you hit that like button. Oh, it was a message held for a review. I wondered if it was a damn troll. Let's find out. Let's see what the message actually said. Frugal, baby. Let me see what the message said. Kenny, I'll leave my phone right there and tell it. I ain't messing with you, Kenny. You sit yourself down, man. Nah, I know. It had to be something Kenny wrote. It had to be put for review, shit. Nah, but you got to think about it. Why put yourself in a predicament where you about to be unhappy or miserable for God knows how long? I mean, at some point, it's just common sense and logic. And common sense would tell me if I don't want to lose somebody that's valuable to me, I will have to do what's necessary. But I would also have to make sure that person is the right one for me. I would have to make sure that person actually is going to stand on business. Dagmar, baby. But that's the thing. Again, when there's lack of communication, that will be the sole problem. The goal is to not have that problem. But also there's a time and a place for everything too. Like I said, there's just some things that should never come to the internet. Because again, when it's all said and done, you make yourself look bad. And then you making the relationship look bad. Come on now. We got to be real with each other. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I think I done lost something. Oh, yeah, I had to remember. You know. Oh, shoot. I had to remember, y'all. I had to remember. I had the phone in my hand for a minute. Oh. My blunt won't light. Oh. Appreciate you, Dagmar. Yes, it is. I was already in the water, Kenny. We need you to get in the water, son. We need you to get up off that couch and take your albino ass to that beach, man. How you down there in Houston and ain't going to the beach, son? We got smoke, son. We got smoke today. We got smoke today. We got too much smoke. Now you gonna get in it, Kenny, and you gonna get 10 times darker too. Come on, let's go. Come on, y'all, let's go for a minute. Wow. Oh. I don't like this. Well, to be honest, it kind of can be a vacation spot. No. Kenny scared to go. We got hurricane weather. Oh yeah, I know. But y'all also got nice days too, Kenny. Don't try to go past that, son. Don't try to go past that. Oh shoot. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Shit getting critical out here. A little critical. Nah, but come on now. I'll be honest with you. I think that's the best thing you can do. The best thing you can do is show your partner that, you know, they mean the world to you, and also show them that, you know, things could definitely remain the way they need to remain if y'all keep it solid. When you ain't keeping it solid, you got a problem. And who wants that problem? Who wants that problem, y'all? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. But I think, like I said, when you gotta go through somebody's phone, that's the worst form of mistrust right there. It is, because now put you in a certain bond. Put you in a certain bond that you don't need to be in. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Your best bet a lot of times is, again, just being direct and asking the questions that need to be asked. And if they don't suffice, then hey, you know where to go from there. You know how to move from there. My fault. Shout out to the plug, you know. But, I think this is a prime reason why, again, some of y'all really need to not incorporate social media, especially when you have the greatest tandem right now. I feel that way. I feel that it's when it's all behind closed doors. Now, if there's violence going on, whether it's verbal, abuse, period. Whether it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, you get away from that. Because nobody should never make you feel less than. Nobody should ever make you feel like you're not wanted or worthy. Again, know your worth. Don't allow somebody to tell you what it is. No. You let them know what it is. Like I said, you are the key person who makes the key decisions. Oh, look at the little cruise ship, y'all. Look at the little cruise ship. Oh, look at it. Look at that little iron right there. It look like a little fucking iron right there. It look like an electric iron. Look at it. Oh. If the trust is gone to look through a phone, there's issues. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. We gotta think about that. Again, if you feel comfortable and you can trust that person, don't doubt them for a minute. Now, if certain patterns and behaviors start changing, then that's when you try to take a step back and look at it. For real. I think that's the most important thing, Who the hell is wearing Speedos? I had to catch up with the chat. My bad, y'all. Kenny, you heard what she said. Go put on some Speedos and go to the beach, son. Get your ass out there and get in that hurricane weather. Come get pretty like me. Come get pretty like me. Woo! Get pretty like me, son. Get pretty like me. But this is what I'm saying. The things that make you happy, if your partner is happy, then y'all good to go. Y'all both got to find that common peace and that common battleground to say, look, I know there's some things you don't like, some things I don't like, but if we could work around that and focus on the main things, we good to go. What you mean I'm a handful? I ain't no handful. Hold on one second. Let me look at you real quick. When you said that, let me look at you real quick. What you mean I'm a handful, son? What you mean I'm a handful? Hold that down, son. Hold that down. I ain't no handful. Well, I lie. I'm a handful sometimes, I could be a bastard, but they don't call for it, Nah, it's a whole fact though. That's what I'm saying. For some of y'all, in order to keep y'all relationship strong and keep it prospering, again, don't bring every little issue to the internet. That's going to be your downfall. damn near all the time. And it's not just social media. It's you trying to compare your situations with it might be around in your community. Just because this person might be married and having a great marriage, just because of the things that they're doing, that don't mean you're supposed to compare everything. You know, you're not supposed to. James Money, what's going on? Man, okay, serious. I'm gonna allow that today. I'm gonna allow that today only because it's beautiful out here, son. It's beautiful out here. Yeah. Know how to get some good talking, you know, but also get some good beaching, you know. You know how we do it, son. Serious, you ain't gotta put up with this, son. I gotta put up with y'all. Y'all be encouraging the madness, not tell y'all to stop. And you don't listen. None of you, including you, you don't listen. You lucky I can't play my drop today on this damn. You lucky I can't play my drop today. Bring out Grandpa Cleophas on your ass. God damn it. But you know, again, there's some of y'all that really need to stop though. Nah, I'm not getting that. Oh! I'm trying not to drop my phone. Oh! Back in this cold water, you know. Oh! Oh, look at the little baby boxing gloves. Oh! Look at the little baby boxing gloves. No. Okay, that's all. No, that's for nuts. No. It ain't warm enough for that yet. No. I'm gonna stay at feet 10 right now. Yeah, I'm gonna stay at feet 10 right now. I'm trying not to. I can't afford to right now. I think it's waterproof though, but I'm not sure. And I don't want to find out. So I keep it simple, you know. But yeah, you know, again, for some of y'all, you know, you don't have to bring everything to the forefront for everybody to be involved. You know, like I said, certain issues you having behind the scenes, keep it behind the scenes. Work on that. I'ma test it. Hold on one second. I'ma test it. Let me see how far I'm gonna go today. No. This ain't it. This is not it. This ain't it, y'all. This ain't it. James 8, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, let me see how far I'm gonna go right now. I'ma see how far I'm gonna go, son. I ain't getting no fucking feet pedicure. I'm getting the leg pedicure and all that, son. What you talking about? Ken Dog. Them ladies done asked you to go jump in your Speedos and you ain't do shit yet. Don't talk no shit up in here, son. No, I keep thinking I'm black. I'm blacker than black, son. What you talking about? But I think that's the most important thing. You know, again, just remember that not everything is for public. You know, when you keep a lot of things private that you need to keep private and work on it behind the scenes, you'll get good results all the time. Yeah, my bad, y'all. You know. Let me show you how beautiful it is. Long ass beach. You know. I'll play with the water, son. You forgot I could swim, son. If I had a camera that was waterproof, it could go under, son. You'd be surprised, son. I'm up in there. In there like swimwear. But no, y'all, I'm saying, you know, gotta come to a better conclusion of things. Again, you know, not everything gonna play in your favor. If you doing things the wrong way, for real. You gotta have some form of stability, but you also gotta have the respect. And that's the most important thing again. Respect. You know, when you respect yourself and you can respect your partner, and shoot, you know, everything will definitely pan out the way it's supposed to. Oh shoot, yeah. Yeah, let's try this again, y'all. Let's try this again, y'all. I had to sit down for a minute. Had to sit down for that good old minute, you know. You know. Nah, I can't drown, son. I'm gonna be floating, son. I'll probably float out there to Houston, son. Don't play with me, son. Float out there to Houston, son. Be like, where my damn Crown Royale, bitch? Stop playing with me, James. Oh, Kenny, I ain't forget about your ass neither. Some more. I ain't falling in no water, Dagmar. I'm chilling. I'm stone cold chilling. Yeah, no. Roll that beautiful beam footage. Look at that beautiful ass sky. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that motherfucker. Nah, but you know, again, you gotta do better, y'all. Gotta do a lot better. Again, some of y'all ladies out there, you're trying to embarrass your man, you're trying to emasculate him, you're trying to diminish his character, or just trying to diminish him as a person, period. And then when that person decides to move on and find something better, now you upset, or now you want to try to mess up their happiness because you want happy. That's not the way to be moving, for real. You know, in order for you to keep yourself from being so miserable, learn to let people in, especially the ones that mean something to you. You know, when you got somebody who's loyal, trustworthy, and hasn't switched up, you don't switch up. Not because of what your friends say, nor your family say. There's some people right now who wish they wouldn't have broke up with the people they was with because of family. But, hey, when you keep listening to things, this is what you're going to get. Learn to listen to your heart and your spirit. You know, but also just read people the right way. When somebody is giving you the full on, as far as they showing you everything they're supposed to show you in a partner, a worthy partner on top of that, you know what you got to do. And as you can see, it's definitely hot box. When you got your umbrella up in this sun, it's hot box. Oh yeah, it's supposed to reach like 90 today, so I might be sitting here for a little minute, just for a little minute, but I had to, you know, talk to people, you know, say a few things, definitely. But again, you know, some of y'all have to stop with that aggressive, masculine energy, because this is exactly why some people ain't being bothered with you. Prime example last night. You know, trying to help somebody with a situation, but they was being so aggressive. This is a female now, being too aggressive. You claiming you don't want to leave until you get your belongings, but in the same token, you can't get mad if we can't get it for you. You know, and this is what I'm saying. Some of y'all cause conflict and confusion. And then when you got some dudes that's hyping it up too, or backing it up, that's a problem. You know, it's time for that pedestal to just be dismantled. I'm not gonna hold you. You know. Oh, I know, London. I know. I get those here and there when I'm not working. But you know, again, some of y'all claim y'all want the best things in life. But when you have the best things, you break them. And I mean, you break it as far as you break their trust, you break their hard-earned anything. You know, and you kind of decrease your value, whether you believe it or not. Because I've always felt like this, you should always remain solid when it comes to being in a relationship with somebody. Again, as long as the patterns are not changing, as long as there's no lies, as long as there's no miscommunications on things, you know, love every minute of what you got. And I think that's the most important thing too. I don't know, Kenny. You always got some shit going on with your ass, man. I can't tell it no more. can't tell. But I think that's important though. You know, again, structure. You gotta have structure within yourself. You gotta have a strong balance within yourself. Again, knowing what to accept, knowing what not to accept. It's key elements. You know, so I guess again, you got some people who sit here and say that, oh, there's no good women out there, there's no good men out there. But how would you know if you're doing what some people are always known to be doing? Instead of you just moving around, or instead of you just trying to make sure everything is everything, you want to be focused on one person. My bad, y'all, my bad. I thought I was going to have to get up. I thought I almost got hit by a damn truck. You know, but I think that's important. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Make sure. That good old truck. Y'all. Yeah, you're going to get one of those, too, because it's still early in the morning, you know. Gotta do what they gotta do, you know. Nah, it's not dangerous, but they do gotta do what they gotta do before the beach does start getting packed, though, Dagmar. It's still early, so you only got the small crowd out here, but I give it another hour or two, and this beach is about to be dangerous. Oh yeah, and before I get back with what I was talking about, I want to say congratulations to the graduating class of 2025, and I mean that for all of them. Not just the young ones, but even the ones graduating high school, you know. You've made your transition into the next steps. You know, now you'll be going into adulthood. So, you know. But I think it's important, again, to remember, for some of y'all, you don't know how much time you're going to have on this earth. Thing is, try to be with somebody that, again, completes you. So fire too, baby. You know, but if you find somebody that definitely, you know, that definitely reaches the inner peace in you, reaches that inner spirit of you, you know, again, take it for what it is. Like I said, I believe that higher power places people around us for a reason. Some for good, some for bad. Some you might not know until you actually get the chance to do some observation, you know? It's a key element, though. When you're able to, like I said, when you're able to read a person real well and read their overall spirit, that's a good look on all angles, you know? Because now, you can tell when a person is being sincere, you can tell when a person is being real, and you can tell when somebody's just full of shit, you know? But I've always said this too. You just gotta be careful who you place around you. You might have somebody who is gonna be for you. You might have somebody who wants to see the best out of you, just like they want to see the best out of them. And who don't want that, you know? Everybody should want that. Everybody should want that partner that's gonna not so much as push them the extra distance, but just bring the best out of them regardless. No doubt, serious, baby. You about to hear me cry in like 5 seconds. I'm about to get my ass back up. I don't want to, but I'm about to get back up, y'all. I'm about to get back up. Let's see if my legs will let me. Nah, I'm comfortable right now. But yeah, you know, just, you know, realize that you gotta have my bad, yeah, I thought that truck was coming back. But nah, realizing that you gotta have just good taste and quality, you know. If you want somebody that's going to treat you like royalty and treat you with respect, you better find somebody who actually has those key elements. You know, respect comes before anything. Love, happiness, all of that. It's respect. Once you get that respect, or once you have that respect for yourself, then everything else will fall into place, you know? The worst thing to do is to doubt yourself in any time or any given moment. You know, you're supposed to encourage yourself, you know, and keep on striving for greatness, no matter what. Again, it's good to share a portion of your life with somebody. And if you're going to share that portion with a person, again, you know, that person has to be worthy. And that person definitely got to have your best interest at heart, no matter what. That person got to be willing to say, I'm willing to take this journey with you till the ends of earth. I think that is a key factor right there. I'm really trying to get up again, y'all, but I can't. My legs won't let me. I done got a little lazy. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Not too bad, not too bad. But you know. Thing is, you gotta have a reasonable expectation. So, what you have on your list, it should consist of the key elements for a great relationship, or even leading to a great marriage. Dagmar, don't laugh at me. My legs really got lazy. It got lazy for a minute. It got lazy. But I think I'm gonna get up. I think I'm gonna get up. I think I'm gonna get up. Wait a minute. I think I'm gonna get up. I'm getting up, y'all. I'm getting up. Oh! I'm getting up. I made it up, y'all. I made it up. See, key things, right? Prime example. This right here would be what you consider peaceful and serene, you know, and sometimes we need that. For some people, it seems like you don't have an outlet or something for you to let go of the repressed anger, or just, you know, get some time to yourself and think, you know, clarify things in your life. This is one of them that you should be doing. Getting your ass out here and enjoying life. You know, again, you never know what life is going to bring you if you just keep yourself isolated. You never know what life is going to offer you if you're busy listening to everybody else about how your life should go. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I think I put too much on, though. I think I put too much on. Oh, I feel slick. Oh, I felt something at the bottom of the water. Wait. What was that? I don't like this. It's still a little bit too cold. For me. A little bit too cold. But you know. Oh, I don't plan on being out here all day. Don't get that to me. At some point, this sun gonna be at 1,000. And I won't be out here for it. I won't. But yeah, splash you some good water, you know. Splash a few things. See, when I feel like I'm at my roughest moment sometimes, this right here is peaceful to me. This right here helps, you know. Because again, you know, you're releasing everything you need to release. Oh! Okay, it's cold now. It's cold. I got to my waist, y'all. And it's cold. Jesus help me. Lord and Jesus. But this is peaceful regardless to what, you know. Get some good clarity, you know. It's peaceful in the morning. It ain't too crowded, you know. That's what we need a lot of times. And I'm saying that for men and women. Some of y'all just need to find something that's going to give you serenity and peace. And the good thing is finding somebody that's also going to be a part of that serenity and peace. Harry, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, come get some of this good old water, son. Come get some of this good old water. Okay, y'all. Stop laughing at me, because I know y'all about to. This shit cold right now. Okay, my hips ain't cold no more. Wait, they kind of cold. Shit. Jesus, take the real. I'll be alright. I'm used to this. I ain't used to this shit. This shit cold right now. It's too cold. But that's because it's too early too. Shit. Try not to drop my phone up in this mother. Yeah, but again, the best thing you could do is, again, do what's right for you. Follow the path that you need to follow. What you mean, damn shame? It's too early, damn it. I gotta keep my eye out on shit. I have to beat somebody's ass touching my shit. Motherfucker. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to be on some nigga shit in a minute. Let me double check, son. I thought I was gonna have to be on some nigga shit. Well, come near my shit, son. But whether you by yourself, whether you are dating, whether you in a relationship, whatever. Like I said, finding things that y'all can share together that gives y'all peace, comfort, but also gives you that greater thinking. Because again, you're gonna always face battles, but those battles shouldn't cripple what you have. If you have the greatest relationship, shit, keep it great. Stop worrying about what your neighbors think. Stop worrying about what your others think. For real. Some of y'all missing out on good people because, again, some of y'all just focused on the physical aspect of things. But what about what's deep inside of somebody? That's something you should ask. Does this person have a great spirit? Does this person have goals and ambitions? Does this person, really want to be along with me for this journey and this ride? And if you see that that's what it is, then hey, you do everything in your power, again, to just make sure you're good. Yeah, it's too cold, y'all. It's too cold. It's a little too cold. Go back so far, son. Look at this. But yeah, it's time to change the dynamics on things. Instead of y'all worrying about everybody else's marriages and relationships and trying to incorporate them with yours, how about you just do what's right for y'all? Do what's happy for y'all. Do the things that, again, will keep y'all strong, keep y'all happy. Today is a blissful summer. I think it's officially, the third day of summer? Fourth day of summer? And actually, today was a good beach day. Today is definitely a better beach day, because shoot, you couldn't even get on the beach at this whole weekend. So, but yeah, look at the little nigga taking a bath. Look at him. Look at this little nigga taking a bath. Look at him. Look at him. He about to get scared though. Watch him. Watch him. And that nigga left. Bitch ass nigga. You gotta mess with it. You gotta mess with God's creatures sometimes. Scare him off a little bit. But yeah. Oh! I just got hit in my stomach, y'all. Oh! That tide hurt a little bit, just a little bit. My stomach. No, but you know what I'm saying. Again, I think the worst thing some of y'all could do is bring your problems to social media or bring them to the people in public. Again, not everybody needs to know y'all scenarios and situations. I think that's the reason why there was a lot of relationships and marriages that stayed together, because again, whatever was going to be presented to the public It was something that mostly everybody went through and that they could relate to, and they could even give a good, you know, a good advice on. But in there's other situations, shoot, you don't need to listen to everybody. Some of y'all listening to these relationship gurus, and come on, man. What you mean, what are you doing? I just got hit in my stomach with a wave, damn it. You ain't just hear that shit hit my stomach? Dagmar, I'm hurt. I'm hurt, baby, I'm hurt. I ain't that hurt, though, I ain't that hurt. Because it's beautiful outside. Look at this beautifulness. Look at this beautifulness. How could you not love this beautiful shit right here, man? How can you not love it? But we need that good talk, you know, good spirited talk sometimes. I mean, it's good to take advice when needed, but like I said, if there's things that you feel like you can just work on with your partner and just bring it between your partner and keep it that way, for real. Oh, shoot, my goodness. Okay. I think I'm past my baby hips. Wait a minute. I think I'm past my baby hips. Look how far that water go, y'all. Look how far that water go. That shit out there. Shit all the way out there. I don't want to be swimming out there. That's too much ocean. Too much damn ocean. But we need it. We need it, damn it. You know, again, for some of y'all ladies, you know, you want your man to keep it open and honest with you. You want your man to, you know, you want your man to keep it open and honest with you. You want your man to not put you through the drama and madness. You know, if you want a lot, again, you got to be able to give a lot as well, too. You know, if he's giving you his all, but you barely giving him anything, what you think is going to happen? At some point, the relationship will fail. Because he's giving more than you're giving. You're supposed to both give an equal amount in order for this thing to work. And I think that's important, again, to remember that. Keep a healthy balance. It might be some things you might not want to do. It might not be some things he want to do. But y'all got to learn to compromise. And that's the most important thing, compromising. You know, you never stop being yourself. You continue to be yourself regardless to what. Jared, what's going on, man? My bad, y'all. We back. We back, son. We back. Yeah, man. I mean, again, there's some of y'all ladies that'll sit here and say that, oh, all men are the same, all men are dogs, etc., etc. But again, just because you chose to put the wrong man around you or wrong men around you doesn't mean everybody's completely messed up. You got some good men out there. Oh, come on, bro. You got some good people who are out there now that are willing to do everything necessary to keep you happy. I was supposed to, Jared. I was supposed to. But I can't have fun when I got these shits moving around right now. I hope that's the last bit of them. But I be honest with you, shoot. I know last night there was still people camping out on this beach. It was that damn hot all weekend. And for those, again, who might be out there in the areas where it's starting to become a hot box, if you got one of these, take your ass there. Not now, but right now. Especially if you ain't got to work. I might get another one of these when I go on vacation soon, so don't worry. You'll get some peaceful and serene beach time for real. You know. And they say the Brooklyn waters are, nah. We good waters. But again, ladies, fellas, it's time for y'all to start knowing your self-worth and value. And find somebody who's going to be able to complete you. Find somebody who's not going to mistreat you. You know, and then move on. Move on with life. You found that person, y'all keep trying to do the best you can do. And I'll be honest with you. The worst way for any one of y'all to mess up your current situations is by going outside of your situation. Like, if you got you a good woman, there should be no reason why you ready to go out and cheat. There should be no reason why you ready to go out and let temptation ruin something that you worked hard to build. See, it is true. We will mess around, build something, and it'll only take moments to destroy it. That's if we allow it. And I'll be honest with you, some of y'all fellas out there, you'll find some rare gems out there. And it's the same thing with some of you women. You will find some rare gems out there. Some quality gems on top of that. So what's stopping you from being the happiest you can be? And I'm not saying a relationship or marriage is supposed to be just end all be all. No. That's a part of life. But before you even get to that point, you got to understand something. If you are unconfident, if you are unsatisfied with what's going on in your life, find something to do that's going to help change that. Like I said, you write down a list of things you're unhappy with, and then you find a way to make it better. The way some of y'all are gonna have the greatest relationships, I feel, is if, again, you take your time with everything. If you just got out of a previous relationship, don't be so quick and don't be so desperate to jump into something else. Give yourself some time and some space to heal, grow from the last situation. Get your spirit right and get your mind right, so when you're ready for the next person, and if you find that good person the next time around, they could be ready for you. You know? Don't laugh, Jared. Don't laugh. It's been too much. It's been too much. But yeah, be quite honest with you. Again, you always supposed to have that inner peace and that inner happiness. Like I said, be confident in yourself. Show self-confidence. Show self-worth and determination. You know, because again, we will sit here and allow people to try to put the wrong batteries in our back. Those wrong batteries, at some point, you're going to crash out. You're going to not be at full potential. The main thing to remember is always try to keep a peaceful spirit. Don't allow nobody to steal your peace and your joy. Once you start allowing stress factors to happen, it'll take a toll on you, trust me. Not just mentally or spiritually. In some instances, the stress can show on you physically. I knew one or two people who was bigger than me at one point, but because of being around the wrong people, being stressed out, not eating, not properly resting, constantly just drinking, not taking care of themselves, they ended up being skinnier than a damn toothpick. And you'd have thought they was smoking crack. Sorry to say it that way. You'd have thought that's what they was doing. But come to find out, like I said, sometimes stress will definitely do it to you. So again, don't allow somebody to steal your peace. Find somebody who's going to be a part of the peace. You know? I'm scared to get up again, y'all. Scared to get up again. I felt like I had to do this early morning live while it's peaceful and serene out here and it's not too crowded on the beach. I'll give it another hour or two, though. Give it another hour or two. It might be a different story. You know? Stress could be harmful to your body because, again, you so tensed up. You pent up with rage, anger, sorrow, anything that's just getting to you. Some people are letting stress get to them, like prime example. Some people's stresses have come from losing loved ones, losing people close to them. or just losing out on certain things in life. Some people's stresses will come from losing a job. Some people's stresses will come from just, again, not taking care of yourself properly. Not giving yourself the time to have some mental space and peace. Even in a relationship, you got to give your partner some form of space. And on is good. Yeah, you're supposed to share things. Yes, you definitely are supposed to always keep the communication open. But in certain instances too, you also got to remember sometimes your partner just needs space. Like prime example, you can't say you miss your partner when you done been up under your partner 24 hours a day. Now, if you're working or if you both are to different things, there's the space you have right there. The one thing to remind yourself is that, again, life is too precious, but it's also too short. And time is something that you can't get back neither. So don't waste your time on people that's not worthy of your time. But I'm going to also say some of y'all got to stop putting yourselves on a super high pedestal. It's good to be confident, but don't get cocky and arrogant. That cocky and arrogance will definitely have you sinking your ship. Love who you are. Embrace every moment of life. Take every moment of life and enjoy it. And I'm going to say that even for the single people. You might not have nobody right now, but guess what? You might find somebody around. You might find somebody when you least expect it. But you'll never know if you keep yourself isolated. And I think that's one thing. We're not supposed to isolate our feelings when it comes to our partners. You're not supposed to. If my partner feels like they can't get a read on me, then they gonna have a problem. But again, we're supposed to be each other's peace. We're supposed to be each other's backbones. And that's the most important thing. Remember, when you're down, she's gonna pick you up. If you down, he's gonna pick you up. Once you have that person that really will uplift you in the best ways, hey, keep everything solid. I'm trying to get up again, y'all, get back in this water, but I'm scared. I'm scared, y'all. I'm scared. Y'all just tuning in. Y'all make sure you hit that like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. But again, for some of y'all ladies, y'all have to stop with that overall aggression. Again, you trying to be aggressive like you're a man, but guess what? You are still a woman. Biology says so. So again, if you want to be treated like a queen, treated with respect, treated like royalty, then show it. How you expect somebody to treat you well when you out here cursing at them, trying to fight them, trying to get into all forms of situations? And fellas, some of y'all got to stop encouraging and stop, being behind that type of behavior. Again, when you know something is wrong, you need to check it. What you mean you on mute? I'm going to get back in there. Hold up, serious. You better not. You better not be talking that shit. I'm going to make sure these seagulls come get your ass. Don't worry. They already on the waterfront. I'm going to make sure they come get your ass. I think it's critical, though. In critical times, you got to start using critical thinking. Prime example for some of y'all. Again, if you know there's certain things that you don't require, let it be known. Same way you met a person is the same way you can lose a person. And I think that's truth though. Prime example, there's some of y'all who are old fashioned. Nothing wrong with that. You want somebody who has morals, standards, but also has a clear understanding about life. And a clear understanding about, how to keep the tools and keep preparation ready. You know, you want to be prepared? Okay. Well, prepare yourselves first. You can't just jump into a scenario and you're not comfortable with yourself. You can't. If you're insecure, that insecurity is going to weigh on you, and it's going to also weigh into your future endeavors. Yeah, all right, serious. We got you. Don't worry, we got you. We getting up. Getting up. Yeah, we back up, damn it. We back up. I got up. I got up for a little bit. And I guarantee you this water gonna be cold again. Because my legs are hot. But again, we need just to be prepared. We gotta prepare our minds and our spirits because again, we supposed to be sharing with somebody. Two different spirits are coming together, coming together for something good. And if it's to create a better balance, at least for both of y'all, then shoot, take the necessary steps. Don't rush into things. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses and stop trying to follow everybody else's blueprint and set your own blueprint when it comes to your relationship. If you want better, you gotta think better. Gotta be better within yourself. But yeah, I had to come and talk with the people because I feel this is important. Gotta keep having these type of discussions and talks. Better way to get clearer understanding. Motherfucker. My bad, y'all. Better way to get clearer understanding on things is again communication. Like I said, the same way you got that person is the same way you could lose it. If you had nothing but communication when you first started, it should stay that way. The minute you start losing out on that communication, problems will arise. Be quite honest. Some of y'all need to just be open and honest with your partners. Whatever might be bothering you, let them know. Whatever you feel is great, and whatever you feel is just making everything even more blissful and happier for you, then you still communicate on that. We should do this more often. Prime example. This is a situation right here. If your partner loves to be out here in the waters and in the beach, shoot, make every moment of it worth it. Be happy. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. If I had a partner right now, they'd be mad because they definitely not getting in this water. But I'll be in this motherfucker. I'll be up in here. But yeah, again, when you have self-doubt and insecurities, you'll lose out on a lot of good things. And you'll miss out on all the possible opportunities around you. Some of y'all wonder why you can't get certain things in order. You gotta think about your attitude. Some of y'all will lose good people around you on all levels if you don't check yourself sometimes. Oh, look at the little boats. I don't know if you can see the little boat. The little boat is all the way back there. No, but you know what I'm saying. Prime example, some of y'all ladies are losing out on your men because of your attitude. Some of y'all losing out on them because you're not keeping it real with them. You're not being open and honest. And then when you are being open and honest, you want to bring it to the public instead of saying, let's talk about this. Let's see what we could just, figure out. And some people do. Some people do end up doing that, They'll sit there, they'll have these talks, and it's all good. I'm waiting for that splash sound. You got it. Yeah, it's peaceful out here now, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. See, like I said, it's not too crowded yet. But I'll give it some time. I will give it some time, and guess what? This whole shit gonna be flooded. This whole shit gonna be flooded. I ain't playing. Man, listen. This is the best time a lot of times for people to come out early in the day. Especially if you do need some peace. You know, need some calmness. But again, some of y'all are gonna have to do better with your communication skills, but also just work on your attitudes. Work on your emotional stability, basically. Oh! There you go. There you go. That's what you wanted, Dad. You wanted that? You got some more coming. Wait a minute. I'm gonna drop the phone. I almost dropped the damn phone, y'all. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. See, like early mornings like this, it's peaceful, serene. You ain't gotta worry about too much outside of looking for your stuff. Always gotta keep an eye on your stuff when you by yourself, but shoot, when you with a group of people, you make the fun out of it, you know? I should have called my peoples this morning, but I know they asses are still asleep, so I get out here early though, you know. Sometimes it's good. That's another good thing sometimes. To get rid of some of that aggression, get out here on this beach. Or get out and run the beach. You got some people running the beach now. You know, like I said, you know, find different ways to bring, you know, substance and tranquility and peace to your life. At least until you're able to find somebody that could match that, you know. And when you find somebody that match that, you better hold on tight as possible. I think next time around you might catch me actually fishing. You might actually catch me up here on this motherfucker fishing. But yeah, you know, again, some of y'all fellas out there too, stop encouraging some of the wrong behavior. Stop encouraging all the wrong things. When something needs to be checked, as a man, you are supposed to check it. Same thing with you women. When something ain't right, you're supposed to check it. And when you don't check something right then and there, it'll become a consistent problem until you do so. So again, what's more important? You know? Peace and happiness, or destruction and chaos. And some of y'all gotta be careful. Some of y'all young fellas out there, be careful. Because again, you know, some of y'all think that, oh, I got a real one. And then you come to find out she ain't real. And some of y'all ladies too, y'all think y'all got a real dude till you find out they for the community. So again, you know, it's all about reading the right people. But when you have somebody that shares almost the same, you know, likes, hey, that's a goodness right there. Share the same goodness, hey. You might find somebody, prime example, if you're in the arts. You might find somebody who is into arts. Also might be into other interesting things that, you know, common things you might like. It's important though. And yeah, sometimes opposites attract, because you can have somebody, prime example, who's completely dark, and they'll be with somebody who has nothing but the light in them. So, you know, again, it's all about respect. It's really all it's about, respect, and then everything else follows. When you have respect for each other, then you'll have love. When you have love, there'll be trust. All the good things you're supposed to have, you know. And some people will actually love being with certain people because, again, for them, that toxic shit is what they like. But I feel toxic behavior in a relationship of any sort, not a good look. And I think the worst form of toxicity, again, is bringing things to the public that don't need to be brought to the public. Keep your personal life personal. And I mean that in all aspects. Whatever's going on in your bedroom, let it stay in there. It's not in front of everybody to know. And again, you will put some people right out there. Because if you sitting over here, prime example, telling some of y'all women, oh yeah, dick good, this is that and third. Guess what? Now your quote unquote friends or the people outside are gonna be curious and want to know what's what. There's no need to be bragging about if your partner is doing good or not. And I mean that on both ends. Oh yeah, she got some. It don't matter. Keep that shit to yourself. When you bring certain things out that shouldn't be brought out, guess what? You're gonna get a rude awakening. So, something to think about, man. I could be Harry. I could be, I could be Far Rockaway, shit, I could be on Jones Beach. You never know. You never know. Wherever the hell I'm at is wherever I'm at. And I get out early. But yeah, you just gotta think about that. When it's all said and done, you gonna be responsible for everything as far as your relationship and your marriage is concerned. So, again, respect yourselves, respect your partners, respect each other's decisions, no matter what it may be. But again, come together and work. Nah, you good though. You good. I ain't worried about nothing, I could be here, I could be there, And this is a long stretch of beach. I think I'm going to Jones Beach the next time around. Who knows? I ain't been out there in a minute. But yeah, the good thing to remember. The good thing to remember is, again, you'll get farther in life when you start grasping life and living it to its fullest potential. My fault, y'all. I'm trying to find something, and I think I turned my damn camera off. That's why it's good to tell your potential partner up front what you expect out of a relationship. You have to lay it out. You have to. Prime example. If you know, like I said before, you old-fashioned to some degree. Listen, with some things I don't like. Or is there certain things I feel, is going to be a problem. Sit down and talk about it. Sit down and talk about it. But I would also say this, though. If some people are not willing to change as far as just change their thinking patterns on things, their way of life, you can't force them to. I know some of y'all, you want the old school feel of things, but I'm gonna tell what's gonna be the problem to some degree with some of y'all. Some of y'all's problems is gonna be about what you wear. Like for some of y'all women, you cry about, oh, I'm tired of getting disrespected. I'm tired of people just, looking at me any old type of way. I'm tired of people coming at me sideways or looking at me like I'm nothing or like I'm trash. But when you keep presenting yourself like trash, what you think is gonna happen? And then some of y'all put yourselves in a position to where now you gotta call your man or you gotta call somebody to come defend you. So if you don't want them problems, and I'm just speaking to those who need to hear it, if you don't want those problems, present yourself like you would need to present yourself. Present yourself with some form of dignity and class. When you coming out here just showing your ass all day, that's what everybody gonna look at you as, a piece of ass. Excuse my language for saying it. Fellas, y'all gotta, understand too. If you are sitting here letting it be known and they ain't willing to respect it, then you find somebody who will. See, again, it's not about control. It's not about control at all. It's just about communication and trust. But it's also about teamwork. Again, teamwork. Some of y'all are willing to accept people for what they are, right? I know. I'm not prematurely thinking that this person wants the same thing I want. I'm not carrying out a conversation in my invitation. I'm vocal about letting the person know how I feel. That's the truth. But again, it works on both ends. See, some of y'all fellas, y'all want decent women. There's decent women out there. If you want trash is out there as well too. But just remember, again, you don't want to be surrounded by trash. You don't want to make that a consistent pattern either. You want somebody that respects themselves, then again, find them. It's good to be vocal. Again, we got a mouth to speak. We got a mind to think. So our best bet is to think. Our best bet, is to be vocal. And I think that's the problem now. But then again, I would say this again, like I said the other day. Some of y'all women want a man to come out and be open and honest with you and express everything. But again, what man is going to want to express something to somebody when they're going to use it as a weapon? Or they're going to try to downplay the situation? Or you're going to try to do something to where, again, you putting them in a zone to say, all right, I'm going to just keep all this bottled up. I'm going to stay quiet. Yeah, I know. A lot of men, we don't speak as often, but when we do, look what we get. But this is what I'm saying all in all, though. Gotta change that perspective. Fellas, we gonna have to start being more vocal. It's no longer just keep your mouth shut and just, no, we gotta do better. For real. Once we see something that we think is a problem, we need to address that problem. And again, if you can't find somebody who respects themselves enough, then don't expect them to respect you. It's just real talk. But yeah, it's serene out here, son. Serene out here, Serious, come on, we're going to get in this water a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see how far we going to go, son. Let's see how far we going to go. Okay. Now I'm stepping on rocks. If I want him to do right, I have to make sure he's leveled up. Exactly. But that's the thing. On the battlefield for men and women, we gotta lace our boots up and we gotta be ready for any and everything. Because again, it's a war. The war on the battle is trying to keep everything together and keep everything solid. So that means there should be no temptations, should be no second doubts. If you plan on being with somebody, be with them completely. Don't just half-ass it, because the minute you do, you're going to get half-ass results. And that's real raps right there. In order, again, to form the strongest bonds with people, got to get to know people. You gotta know what fits you at all times. You know, and again, sometimes you gotta think outside the box. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I'm trying to go deeper again. But this ain't working. This ain't working. This ain't working. No, but it's a whole fact, serious. I mean, come on now. Like, you know, again, communication will always be the key focal point for everything. Like I said, prime example. That's even down to the smallest things like work. You ain't going to get to certain positions until you make yourself noticeable. And also, you're not going to get where you need to get if you ain't putting in the actual work. See, even in relationships, you got to put in work. Again, you got to fight temptations. You got to be clear on what you need, you know, and what's expected. Okay, I like this. I didn't like this. But something that we got to keep having these convos on. You know, like, again, what are your expectations in life? You know, what are your expectations when it comes to relationships? These are things you have to ask. And once you start getting a clearer understanding, you know, now that's less work to be done. You know, half of the battle is just knowing, again, what you want to place around you and what you don't. Prime example. Riaz, what's going on, son? What's going on? Yeah. See, I always get my peace of mind. It don't matter what beach I'm on. I always seem to get a clear understanding. You know, and sometimes it's needed. Sometimes it's good to take a step back. You know, have some time for yourself. Sometimes it's needed. Like I said before, for some of y'all want to keep pushing the issue with people. You can't keep doing that. If a person told you to leave it be, or if a person has told you, you know, not really ready to speak on it, then give them some time. But when you start nagging and keep consistently poking and provoking, that's when you get all the wrong type of attitudes that you don't need. You get all the wrong forms of energy that you don't need. My bad, y'all. I think I got some sand on my damn phone, son. Damn. I'm not settling. I know what it takes to keep it in. That's a whole five. Bud Files, what's going on? What's going on? Bud Files. Appreciate you for popping in. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in this morning. Yes, you see where I'm at. I'm scared to go back in the water, y'all. I'm scared to go back. Serious, give me the motivation. Give me the motivation. You know, but again, we got to start being more vocal and clear on what we need. Not so much as what we want, what we need. You know, if you need stability, then you got to find stability. You need trustworthiness, truthfulness. Hey, gotta look for it. But it does start within yourself. Because if you're not open and honest with yourself, you ain't gonna be open and honest with your partner. So again, there are gonna be things you're gonna have to sit down at the table and discuss. Ladies, when a man is coming to you at the weakest time, don't poke fun. Don't disregard, and definitely don't try to bring it out to the public and utilize it as a weapon, because that will be your downfall. Same thing with some of you fellas. It will be your downfall. We've seen situations happening on Facebook, Instagram, even on here. You know, again, what's more important? Peace and tranquility, or misery and anger? You know. Nah, but you right on that, serious. You know, it works both ways. You know, everybody needs to know their self-worth. Everybody needs to know exactly what, you know, what's the driving force. What drives you to be better? What drives you to live life? What drives you, you know, what drives you in the right direction? Think it's real though. You know, when you are comfortable with yourself, when you are comfortable with who you are as a person, then you'll find somebody that's gonna love you for who you are. You're gonna find somebody who treats you like you're supposed to be treated. You're gonna find somebody that's gonna give you everything that you desired. You know? But again, communication. You gotta do better at that. Yeah, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to go back in this motherfucker. Come on, serious. Come on. Come get some of this good old water. Come get some of this good old water. Get some of this love right here. But yeah, you know, gotta start talking through things, you know. Start being more vocal about your life. And when you got somebody sharing your life, again, y'all gotta share everything. When it comes time to, even if it's down to your most, you know, vulnerable moments, you gotta allow somebody to hold you up. You gotta allow somebody to actually be there. Somebody that's not gonna judge you for anything. You know? I think that's more important than anything, you know? Give me 1 second, y'all. Cause I swear like I'm about to knock somebody out today. You know, I gotta keep an eye on my shit, so, you know. But yeah, keep your eyes on the prize, that's all I can tell you. Keep your eyes on the prize, keep trying to do everything possible for yourself. And when you find somebody to share everything with you, hey, you know, make every moment count. Make every moment what it's supposed to be, you know? Give me 1 second, y'all, 1 second. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Yeah, but I think it's important, again, for y'all to just understand that, you know, when you put out the wrong type of energy, that's what you're going to get, the wrong type of energy. When you're not looking for the right things, you're going to always come across a problem. Know your self-worth. Know what's important. And then from there, you move forward in life. And you keep pushing for greater. Find somebody that's going to love and respect you the way you love and respect them. That's all I can really say. But yeah, this is a conversation that was definitely needed. And my bad, y'all, you know, still sitting out here. But again, it's good to just have good expectations on things, you know. Don't set your expectations too high and don't set them too low. You set them right there in the middle where you're supposed to be at, you know. But you know how I do things. At some point I am about to fully jump in this water, so I ain't gonna be using this phone. But yeah, you know, self-love, self-encouragement is the best thing you could possibly do. You know, encourage yourself to be greater and encourage yourself to just continue on living. You know, and that's the thing though. When you know everything about yourself and you are confident with everything about yourself, nobody can tell you different. I done had people say the worst things to me in life. Guess what? You think I gave a fuck? I didn't. Because I know what value I have. And my value outshines anything. My value and my personality outshines anything else. See, when you raw and uncut and unfiltered, but you also real with it, you choose to be that way. I bring value to every table I walk into. You have to have a broader perspective of your life and not allow people to take your kindness for granted. That's a fact too. The minute you find somebody and they starting to take you for granted, that's when you make the decision to leave. You want somebody that's going to treat you with the utmost loyalty and respect. And vice versa. It should be the other way around, you know. Marlene, baby. Yeah, don't worry. We on the beach too, Marlene. Don't worry. Where's your swimsuits at? We out here, y'all. We out here. But yeah, for those that are out and about right now, especially out here in the city, we on fire right now. So again, make sure y'all keeping the proper sunscreen. Just make sure you keeping yourself hydrated if you're going to be out and about. For those that might be out celebrating birthdays and out drinking, again, it's too hot to just be drinking just the liquor. Drink some water. I can't tell you what to do, but I can give you some advice today. Drink some good water, man. It's needed. But yeah, y'all see the good view out here. Y'all see the good view. We out here. And it's about to start getting a little active at some point, you know. But yeah, I hope somebody did get something out this good conversation, because it's more needed than anything now, you know. Again, we want respect. Gotta respect ourselves. Once we respect ourselves, the people will respect you, you know. Once you stand on your 10 toes and once you have your feet planted, you're gonna be solid as all hell. Can't nothing knock you down. Not even the worst of weather. Prime example, I got some anniversaries coming up. Close people that I lost. Right now, they would probably be doing the same thing I'm doing right now, sitting out here on this beach. But, you know. I ain't messing with you, Marlene. No doubt serious, baby. You know, but I think that's important, you know. When you have these strong conversations, you know, it tends to work out, you know. Prime example. Some of y'all might not know what's going on with your partner if your partner is not saying much. But if you're not trying to give them a space where they feel comfortable in talking, that's going to always be your problem, regardless to what. Again, when you're supposed to be dealing with your partner, you're supposed to make sure that your partner is comfortable in all cylinders and all parameters. How can you expect somebody to be open and honest with you? How can you expect somebody, again, to talk with you if you're not giving them a safe space to talk? You know? Ain't that important? Cutthroat, what's going on? Hold on, I got you, son. I got you right now. I got you right now. See, I was glad I'm on here. I got you, son. Type son again in the chat, son. Type son again in the chat, my guy. Marlene, it's too hot to be drinking all that liquor. No, I'm saying you gotta respect yourself. Come on now. Who want, you know, like I said, when you don't respect yourself, when you're not strong and you're not confident in yourself, people will walk all over you. You know, come on now. The people will definitely try to walk all over you. But when you stand firm and stand on business, can't nobody run you over. Can't nobody tell you different. Again, self-respect. Self-dignity. Gotta take pride in everything, you know? So never too hot for liquor. I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you. Y'all do too much. Y'all do too much. Alright, I got you, Cutthroat. I got you, son. See, that's what happens when you ain't been in the chat in 20 weeks. Damn wrench done got lost, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. I would advise anybody, though, for real. Again, know your self-worth. You know, strengthen up your dignity. Take pride in yourself. And I mean take the good pride in yourself. You know? Don't try to follow a trend. Stop trying to be a follower and be a leader of your own destiny. You know? I was trying to get back up and get in this damn water, but I got comfortable again, y'all. I got comfortable, and I don't want to move. I don't want to move. But yeah, it's starting to get fake active out here, you know. But yeah, you know, I think this is a good talk all in all today. Damn it, Marlene, I just got out the water, and here you come. Get in the water, fine. I gotta get up. Yeah. Had to struggle to get up. Every time I sit down, I got comfortable. Nah, but I think that's, again, essentially more important for both men and women. Be more vocal, you know, be more open to certain possibilities. The water's cold again. The water's cold again, Lord. Help me, Jesus. Nah, but you know, again, gotta be more vocal in what we need in our lives. Not so much as what we want, what we need. The things that we want, we could work hard for it, or we could try to work towards it. But the things that you actually need, that depends on you. It's a little cold, you know. Little cold, oh, hell. But this is what y'all wanted, right? Y'all wanted my black ass to get in the water. Now I'm about to get up in that sucker, you know. Yeah, I know. It's a little cold. It's still kind of early too, Marlene, so yeah. But when you sitting down on this hot ass beach for a minute and then you get back in the water, your body going to shock. Help. Yes. Kick a little splash, you know. Little damn splash, you know. Oh, what happened to the people that was up here fishing? Where y'all at, man? I thought y'all was up here fishing. Yeah, we got a long stretch of beach. A long stretch of beach on both ends. So, you know. We out here, though. We out here. But I think these is topics and discussions that we always need to consistently have. You know? Again, it's about just bringing people back to that phase of thinking. You know? What works for you? Yeah, you're gonna get all this good old serene beach water. All this good old serene beach water, you know. Yeah, for now, Marlene, for now. Like I said, by midday or the early afternoon, forget about it. We reaching up in the 90s today, so it's gonna be a hot one. You know. But see, it's the best time to get out too. Get out early before it starts getting too packed, and before it becomes a hot box. So you know. But yeah, yeah, sit back down, damn it. Yeah, but again, you know, it's good to just keep continuing to build yourself with that self-love and confidence. You know, me personally, I love every moment of life. Even when I'm in my downest moments, I'm still loving every moment of life. You know, because got people who wish they could be here, we know. We wish could be here, you know. You never take life for granted. You take it by the horns and ride the bull until you can't ride the bull no more. You know. But again, you gotta build yourself up. You know, in order not to get stepped on, walked over, or even mistreated, you can't mistreat yourself. The best thing sometimes is to be selfish with yourself. It's not a bad look. You know, again, some of us will take our times trying to make sure everybody else is good, but then again, we got to make sure we good inside. We got to make sure that we're, you know, mentally capable of things that we need to be mentally capable of. How do you expect a great relationship when your mindset is not focusing on keeping the relationship strong? If your mindset is only just set on one goal, it's not a good look, you know? Find somebody that wants you not just for what you could do for them. Find somebody that's going to love you and treat you the same no matter what. You know? Again, take pride in yourself. Taking self-pride as far as what you need to do on a daily basis is good for you. Because again, it shows the people around you, in the world around you, that you're strong, you're confident, you're ready for whatever life has to offer, and you're willing to take it. You know? But yeah, y'all, I had to come bring this conversation this morning. And it's still kind of early, so you know. But, you know, again, I hope whoever does catch this replay does get something out of this. And again, sometimes you got to find the best peace in life. And the peace starts with you. Starts with you. And for those who might just be tuning in, you know, this is a conversation that we're going to keep trying to attack at some points. Because I think some people are starting to get the message, some people. But we got a whole lot of work to do. You know, again, some of y'all will lose out on the best things in life because you're only focusing on the physical aspects of things. Again, what does that person have inside? That person could be the most handsome or the most beautifulest person in the world, but they could have ugly spirits. So again, it's not always just about looks. It's about what a person has to offer. What do they bring to the table that's conducive to you? See me, I find my pieces, you know, when I'm going through the worst of worst, or if I'm just overloaded. Hey, you catch me out here early. Need to be out here early, you know. Think it's important. Whether you single, whether you're dealing with somebody, it doesn't matter. Keep continuing, you know, doing the things that make you happy. And also make sure that it's not going to be something that you and your partner are going to butt heads over. Peaceful and serene today, yes. And I'll definitely start having more days like this, you know. Don't ask me to get back in that water neither. As much as I want to, I can't. I want to dive in the water, but I can't dive in there with my phone. So, you know. But again, hopefully somebody did get something out of this. And like I said, I'm going to definitely bring another topic to the convo. I might be back later or I might be back tomorrow. But, you know, I'm going to try to enjoy this morning out here. Definitely need to, you know. You know, what's important in life is living your best life. What's important in life is keeping your stress to a minimum. The most important things in life, hey, everybody is different. So what's important to you might not be important to somebody else. But as far as life is concerned, it's just important to live it the best that you can and share it with somebody, you know. I'm going to try to enjoy Marlene. I'm going to try to enjoy, but I'm not enjoying the sun. Even with this sunscreen on, I'm not enjoying the sun. Shit hurt. Like, but again, it's questions you have to ask yourself. You know, what do you expect from a significant other? What are you willing to do to make sure you keep that significant other when you do find it? You know, and again, are you mentally prepared, spiritually prepared for it? Are you willing to share your life with somebody? You know, if you're willing to share your life with somebody, you just got to remember the things that you were able to do when you were single, can't do it when you're with somebody. And it's not saying give up your whole life, but at certain points, you know, certain aspects, you know, you have to compromise. Even with a hat on, Marlene, it's still kind of hot. So, you know, the sun is at 1,000. This humidity is not helping. And this dude just made me upset with this hoodie on. My bad, y'all. My bad. You can't make this shit up. Look, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. You can't make it up. You know. People are taking care of me, Dagmar. No. Yeah, I know. Trust me, I got that on. I got all of that on. But I'm saying, this sun, I don't give a damn how much you put on. The sun and this humidity speaks volumes. Shit. But yeah, you know, y'all get to see all of this. All this good love right here, you know. All this good love. For those who are trying to take a beach day, get yourselves up and get out here. No matter where your beach is at, get out, try to enjoy yourself. It is summertime, right? It is summertime. Try to enjoy yourself. Shoot. I'm going to try to have a couple good days like this. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. But I'm scared to get back in this water, y'all. I'm scared to get back in this mother. But yeah, hopefully somebody did get sun out this convo this morning, for real. And if the message wasn't clear, or if the message didn't suffice, then that message wasn't for you. You know? Some people would think a message is for everybody. Nah, it's just for the people that need to hear it, or the people who actually want to hear something. See, I'll give certain advice. Like I said, I might be single right now, but I had years of experience, so I could talk on these topics, you know? And it ain't nothing I wouldn't be saying even if I was with somebody. You know, love yourself, respect yourself, and everything else will fall into place, for real, you know? But yeah, I'll try to get back up and get back in this water again. Let's see how this happens. Are we gonna get up, y'all? Are we gonna get up? Let's see if we gonna get up. I'm trying to get up, but my legs won't let me. And now it's about to get active since we got lifeguards on duty. So yeah, it's about to get active out here soon. It's time to get extra active. I could tell I'm gonna get some music in this background at some point. So you know, and hopefully somebody enjoyed the message today for real. Come on, y'all. Let's try to get back in this water again. Let's try to get back in this motherfucker again. We got one more again. And then I'm gonna have to cut this shit short. But yeah, you know, hopefully somebody did get something out this message. Again, for some of y'all to keep a strong relationship with somebody, they gotta be comfortable. And I mean on all cylinders again. If your partner is not comfortable with you or comfortable to talk to you, you're gonna always have a consistent problem. So just remember that for today. And again, shout outs to everybody who are celebrating birthdays. I know it's officially what? Cancer season? Shout outs to all the cancers out there, you know. Shout outs to everybody that's gonna be celebrating. And again, if you out and about, shit, keep yourself safe. Enjoy every moment of your birthday. Keep creating memories, you know. Live life and love life to the fullest. Hey, you. I appreciate you, Sirius. No, I know. But like I said, I don't dwell on it right now because again, you know, you never know what life holds for a person, you know. But when that time comes, shoot, you'll probably start seeing less of me. I'm lying. I'm lying. You might start seeing more of me. Angela, baby. Come on here. Come get some of this water, baby. And that's for anybody right now. I believe anybody right now in this motion of thinking will find somebody that truly gives them peace, comfort. I believe all of y'all who are out there single will find somebody. Again, just know what to allow in your life. You know, if you're going to allow the right things in your life, continue to keep allowing them in your life. You know, when you got the wrong things or you got toxic situations, move away from it. The minute you move away from toxic situations, you'll start seeing things clearer. You know. It's nice. It's nice. But I don't know how nice. Okay, the water's warm again for me. Let me see how far I'm gonna go. Let me see how far I'm gonna go. Let me see how far I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna be going that far. Come on, y'all. I don't think I'm gonna be going that far. Oh, I reached my limit. I reached my limit. But yeah, you know, again, best way to truly be peaceful and happy is allowing happiness to, you know, consume the best parts of your life. You know, find something that's conducive with you. Find something that's gonna be the master blueprint for yourself. You know. Yeah. Dagmar, stop laughing before I throw you in this water with me, damn it. Stop laughing. And this is all Sirius' fault. Sirius is your fault. It is your fault right now. It's your fault. I'm walking back from the water. It's your fault. It's your fault. I'm scared right now. I'm scared. Nah, I ain't too scared. But again, can't do much with a phone in my hand, so you know. But I wanted people to get some peacefulness today if they're getting some and get a good message. Yes, summertime bliss has started. For everybody that's just starting these summers, try to enjoy every moment of it. You know, love every moment of it as well too. You know. I appreciate you, Marlene. Listen, I appreciate you and Sirius for those kind words. Like I said, I'm not stressing over it. Like I said, sometimes you need peace. Sometimes you need that space. And when you've been with somebody as long as I've been with somebody, you know, It'll be a minute before you decide to do something, but shoot. But again, when you know you fully ready, spiritually ready, and mentally ready for that next person, yeah, hey, that's a greater standing more than anything. Oh, but if I'd have brought my dog in here, they'd have had a problem. If I'd have brought my dog in here, they'd have had a problem. Damn it, Simba, why you had to leave? Damn. Don't blame an innocent bystander with shenanigans. Nah, you got something to do with it. Now look at this shit, y'all. Now watch this. They gave me a hassle one time about Simba being in the water, but look at this lady. Think I'm getting back in that water now? Nope. Nope. Word, man. R.I.P. Simba, man. Y'all put some prayer hands up in here for Simba, man. He'd have been loving this shit right now. But I would also tell y'all that got animals for real. If you're going to have them out in this heat, try to keep them as hydrated as possible. Remember, they all kind of like humans to a degree. They still need water and nourishment and all of that. But yeah, I ain't getting back in that water no time soon. Just as petty. I ain't petty. Hey. Marlene, you lucky I can't play my drop on this shit, man. I'm telling you, start bringing more drops out. Y'all gonna be upset. I don't know if I want to get back in that side of the water now. You know, let your dog get up in this motherfucker. My bad, y'all. Man, where's the parks people when you need them? Yeah, but again, try to get out, enjoy your life. You know, enjoy every moment of it. You know, it's solely up to you what you want. It's solely up to you what you need. You know, and when you find somebody that's going to bring you that peace and tranquility, you better hold on to it. When you find somebody that's going to bring you to a greater notion of what a true relationship or a marriage should be, shoot, you better keep that sucker. No gray areas, no miscommunication, no nothing. Respect, loyalty, and trust. Key ingredients. Love and everything else will follow behind it. But yeah, you know. Yeah, I kind of wish Simba was here to enjoy this little bit, but you know, that's another thing. I had people ask me, was I going to get another dog? I might at some point, but it ain't going to be no time soon. I think it's too early for it. I don't know what y'all think. It's too early for it. No doubt, Dagmar, baby. Appreciate you for popping in. Appreciate everybody that tuned in this morning. Appreciate everybody that's been hitting that like button. As y'all see, we about to get active out here, and it's already started. Look how active we getting out here. Well, it's still kind of peaceful and serene, but soon this water will it will not be this quiet. You know? Nah, it's too early for me, Marlene. It's too early. Too early. I'll give myself a little bit of time. I don't know how much time, but right now, it's too early. It's too early. And then again, who knows? Who knows how I feel, you know. Again, what you need in life, what you want in your life, is solely up to you. Choose the right things, you know. This nigga almost ran over my shit. Hey, buddy. Hey, you almost ran over my shit with your doom buggy. Hey, motherfucker. My bad, y'all, my bad. Yeah, that's the thing though, and that's the key thing. Everybody will know when it's their time to pursue the things that they want to pursue in life. People will know when it's time to just make the ultimate decisions and the ultimate steps, you know? But yeah, hopefully y'all all enjoyed this view today. I'm about to get up out of here. And for those that are just tuning in, y'all can definitely catch this replay and this conversation. If I'm not back later on today, I will definitely be back tomorrow, y'all. But yeah, let me get up out of here, because I think the sun's trying to mess with my phone now. My phone done got hot. And I appreciate everybody that tuned in. And again, you know, appreciate everybody that's been a part of the build, still becoming a part of the build. And we definitely got some more conversations coming, you know. Definitely got some topics we need to speak on, because these are topics that might affect us overall as far as society and shoot the rest of the future is concerned. So, you know, we're going to definitely have to keep having those talks, you know. But yeah, let me get up out of here. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance this morning, y'all already know that love is love, and they'll be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All we do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real builds. And yeah, I'll definitely be back with the convo, you know. But let me try to get myself in this water fully, you know. And again, I appreciate everybody that tuned in. Hopefully y'all enjoy the rest of your mornings, your afternoons. I know it's almost evening time out there and other spots. And I forgot, it's already Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday to all you future babies, you know. And for those, again, that need to be out, get up out here and get some love today. I don't care what beach you at, what pool you at. Get out there and get pretty like me. Wait, look, do this. Come get pretty like me, come get pretty like me, damn it. But y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open. Till the next live, we out of here, y'all. Peace and blessings.